3 secret ingredients to YouTube success. All right. By the end of the video, I'll share with you all 3 YouTube secrets. All right. All right, here we go. A little cringe, but here we go. So check this out. I have been helping YouTube channels and have grown my own YouTube channels for the past over 15 years now. And I've noticed a pattern. There are 3 things that are part of every single YouTube channel that is successful and the ones that struggle more than others. If you are feeling stuck on your YouTube channel, most likely one of these 3 things need to be improved. I believe in this so much that I'm actually structuring, I wasn't planning on sharing this, but I'm planning my YouTube program. I'm really creating, I believe it's going to be the best YouTube education program out there. And I'm like hesitant to say that, but that's what I'm trying to create. I'm trying to create the best YouTube course in the world. And the only way to do that is to really share everything I've learned in the past 15 years and all the things that would help all these YouTube channels even more. And there are 3 things. All right. So the program I'm creating has 3 courses in it. Number 1, self-confidence. That sounds weird, right? That might sound like that doesn't make sense. How? Give me the meat. Give me the meat. Give me the substance. Give me the strategies and the hard tactics to grow a YouTube channel. Cool. We're getting to that. All right. That's actually number 2. All right. So imagine if these are the 3 ingredients to a successful YouTube. The first one is self-confidence. Think of it as levels, actually. Even though it's like all together, but like think of it as levels. The foundation is self-confidence. Okay. Self-confidence. I'm going to break down each of these things. Actually, you know what? I'm going to elaborate on each of these things first. For you to find out the next 2, keep watching till the end. All right. The first thing is self-confidence. All right. So what does that mean? That literally means from the initial point that you believe it's possible for you to have a successful channel. All the strategies in the world, all the knowledge, all the education, right, will not matter if your psychology and your mindset is not on point. There is a reason why some of the smartest people in the world still struggle in business. And the reason being is because their mindset isn't there. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you see a lot of people financially successful in business, but then you're thinking to yourself, how the hell did this person's kind of stupid? like, you know what I mean? Like if all you needed to be successful in life is to have book smarts, then you would have way more intelligent people as the richest people in the world, but you don't. Why? Because there's more things than just education. Your psychology is probably the biggest determining factor in your success. I could say this over and over again. And how do I know this? Because I know it from personal experience. I know all the tactics. I've read all the books. I've learned from all the interviews on how to make successful YouTube channels to the point that I've helped other YouTube channels. But when did I start having success on my own YouTube channels? When I fixed my psychology, when I decided that I'm going to believe in myself and make this happen. I'm going to put a pause on helping all these other YouTube channels and focus on my own YouTube channels for once. I'm going to take a hard pause. I'm going to make my channel successful. As soon as I fix my psychology and my focus and my clarity, right? My self-confidence, that's when I started having success. Without this foundational part on your YouTube channel, you're going to quit. That's just the truth. You're going to quit before you see success. You're going to make a video that doesn't get views that you worked really hard on, and you're going to quit. You're going to say, oh, you're going to make excuse. Oh, I guess YouTube isn't for me. I guess this is a waste of time or whatever it may be. You're going to quit because your psychology isn't there. Your emotional state isn't there. Imagine if Michael Jordan was just like, he like missed a free throw. He's like, oh shit, I guess basketball's not for me. Like, no, like fix your mindset and your attitude. Commit. Like if you're going to do YouTube isn't for dabblers. Like if you're going to succeed at YouTube, you got to commit, because if you just dabble, if you're like, I'm going to try YouTube, in the words of Yoda, there is no try. You can't just try, like things that are challenging and hard. Like there's a reason why not everyone succeeds at YouTube because of the psychology, right? Because people quit before they see success. They find an excuse. And so the foundation is self-confidence. I really believe that if you have the self-confidence, you could get way more successful in certain areas in your life and others, and actually in most areas of your life, actually. So self-confidence. All right. So what's the second ingredient to a successful YouTube channel? Systems. What are systems? Systems are basically procedures, whether it's linear or not, to get a certain result. I'll give you an example. Let's say you get a paycheck, okay? Let's say your routine when you get a paycheck is you go to the bank, you hand your ID, you give the check, you sign, and now it's in your bank account. Yay, okay, cool. Like that linear order of actions is a system. It's like a procedure. Now, why is that important when it comes to your YouTube channel. You need to create systems for every part of your YouTube channel business. I truly believe the most successful YouTube channels that I know have created systems, because without systems, it's going to be chaotic. And yes, you could have moments where things are crazy, but you also need order, right? If you're not changing anything and you have too much order, then you get bored, right? But at the same time, if nothing's in order, the opposite end is if nothing's in order and you have no organization, it's going to be chaotic to the point that you're probably going to either burn out or you're going to be stressed out and you're not going to enjoy the process and you might quit because of that. All right. So what is the solution? The solution is systems. And literally every part of your YouTube channel should be in the process of developing a system. There is an editing system. There is a thumbnail system. There's even a system for creating systems, which is basically like reflection and development, right? So it's like a system for looking at analytics. One of my tips that has really helped me for mental health wise, as far as analytics goes, is I only look at analytics. My system is I only look at analytics before I create a new video. Now, why do I do that? Because I've learned you get obsessed over looking at the analytics and the graphs. Is like, how's my video doing? Or like you want that dopamine hit. Like you want to see, oh, it's doing well. And then you feel bad if it's not. Like the performance of a video matters, right? You're supposed to look at that, but don't look at it as a way to like boost your self-esteem. Your self-esteem should not come from the results, even though it does like affect it. But the most stable and healthy way to really improve your self-esteem is to put your confidence on your effort and your strategies and things within your control. I just filmed a video about your locus of control, like focusing on things within your, so systems for everything. And I could talk about systems for literally hours. And that's why that's the second course I'm creating for this YouTube education program. I really think it will not only help the mental health of a lot of YouTube channels, but for the creators of YouTube channels, but it's also just going to make everything better for all the team members, because I've helped YouTube channels from all different sizes, from people who have less than 100 subscribers to YouTube channels that have millions of subscribers. And it's like you're always trying to improve everything, but at the same time, it's like a balance to have organization as well, right? So not too stringent where things are boring, but also not too chaotic where things are stressful and people want to quit and burn out. So it's a balance. And I think you find that middle ground when you develop systems in your business and in your YouTube channels. And a system is also like even your scheduling, right? Like what is the workflow as far as creating videos? What is the workflow for writing? Like there's systems and workflows for everything. And don't be tied to a certain system if it's not getting the results you want. So you actually reverse engineer based on the results you want. So I'll give you an example. Let's say your goal is to create a video every week. I'm just giving an example. All right, cool. So if that's the result you want, what kind of schedule and how do I manage my time to execute to get that one video a week, right? And then the bigger results you have, right? If your goal is to create 10 videos a week, what is the system in place to execute to get that result? So it's always reverse engineer from the result that you're going. As soon as you know the result you're going for, then you can create systems in place to make that happen. And there's also a term called Parkinson's law that I'd like to speak about. Parkinson's law is basically the time it takes to achieve a certain goal is based on the time allotted for that goal. I'm sure you've experienced this when you had like an exam for school and you had 3 hours to study. So you find a way to prepare for the exam in 3 hours. And it's the same thing when you create YouTube videos. If you give yourself a week to do something, it'll take a week. And if you give yourself 2 hours to do something, it'll take 2 hours. What matters is, are you getting the result you want? Some things take more time. Sometimes you're just not working fast because you have such a long amount of time. And I want to dive deep in that in the course, say at the end of the video. But if you're interested in these courses, you could be on the wait list by going to channelcourses.com. All right. So what is the last and final secret ingredient for YouTube success? Number 3 is scaling. Now, what is scaling? Scaling is basically multiplying the systems that you created in level 2, right? And multiplying the output. And this could look like different things in different ways. Let's say you want to create more videos. And said, cool. So that means do I need to give more hours to the writers, or do I need to implement some kind of new software to speed up the writing or the editing or whatever it may be? Once again, you have the results that you're going for, and then you reverse engineer, how do we get to this place, or who do we need to hire to get the certain result in a certain amount of time? The worst thing you could do, I've actually learned this the hard way. So when I went full time in my own YouTube channels last year, October 1, 2022, I was like, cool, I'm going to I ended up hiring like around 6 part-time to full-time people. And they were great. They were literally like, I was using them to scale. Like I was together, I wanted to create more videos, and they were doing great. They were doing exactly what I asked them to. However, what I learned is you can't scale something that is not ready to be scaled. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say you made a cheeseburger, okay? This cheeseburger that you're making sucks. And then if you're like, oh, you know what would help this cheeseburger that sucks? I'm gonna create a restaurant and hire people to make more of these cheeseburgers. All you're doing is making a lot of bad cheeseburgers. But when it comes to your YouTube channel, what I learned, especially if you're a channel developer, that's what I call channel developers, YouTubers who are not the traditional YouTuber that they just want to be in front of the camera and make videos for their own personal channel. YouTube developer is someone who develops a channel from the ground up, or partners up with other channels to improve their channels. That's what I consider developer. Anyways, so when it comes back to videos, like you can't scale a bad video, a format that doesn't work for the audience, thumbnails that don't work for the audience. Like they're not doing well. So what I had to do was actually had to make the hard decision to put a pause and let go of my whole team at the time, so I could figure out what actually works before I rehire some of them to make videos again. Because it's like, you have to fix the recipe. You have to develop the channel. And as soon as you do that, then you can scale. So that's why the three ingredients to a successful channel are levels, right? So it's self-confidence, it's systems, and then scaling. You can't scale something that doesn't have systems yet, right? What are you scaling? You have to improve the videos first and figure out what works before you make more of that. Rather than just making more videos, how do we make better videos, the best videos possible? And then when you get to that point and you truly believe that it's like almost to the best video possible, then you could, consider scaling, because there's no perfect video. There's always something to improve, but at least you know that the videos you're making works. And I'm happy to say that some of my channels that I've been developing the past couple of months are almost to the point where I'm going to be hiring people to develop these channels for me, because I actually have a format that works. I literally have like systems, like this is what you do, this is what you do, this is what you do. And just like you go to McDonald's and people are trained to cook certain things in a certain way to get a certain result, it's the same thing with YouTube videos. If you're hiring a team to make more videos, what videos are you having them make, right? Like you have to figure out what works first, and then you can scale. So those are the 3 secret ingredients to a successful YouTube channel. If your YouTube channel is feeling stuck, it's either one or more of these, or all 3 of these things. It's either something's lacking with your self-confidence, right? Like, you might have to improve the way you speak on camera, or something has to improve. And then number 2, systems, like they're all connected, right? Like if your system of video creation is broken, it's going to affect your self-confidence, and then that's going to be translated onto the camera. So it's all connected. So yeah, maybe something in your system is broken, maybe something, the way you write, or the way thumbnails are created, or the way the videos are edited, whatever it may be, there's systems in place that needs to be improved. And then number 3 is like, maybe you are making the right videos, right? Maybe you are making the right videos, but now it's a numbers game. Maybe the reason why you can't go full-time on YouTube is because you're just not creating enough videos. I'll give you an example for scaling. This is a very simple example. A lot of people think that you need to have videos that make millions of views for you to make a living. Now let's break that. And of course, those people are making a living, right? They're doing well. However, there's a majority of successful creators are not those outliers. They actually just have a video catalog of YouTube videos that are doing well. Let's break this down financially, okay? Let's say you have 100 videos in your video library. I'm just giving some easy numbers, for example. Let's say you have 100 videos in your YouTube library, just 100. Let's say each of those videos are making $1 a month. Cool. Now you just created an income of $100 a month, give or take. I know months go up and down. What's cool about YouTube is you make videos once and it makes money forever, right? The money for each of those videos go up and down, but it's basically a digital asset. That's why I love it. Going back to the point. So if you have 100 videos and each one makes $1, 100 times one is $100. You're making roughly $100 a month. Cool. Now let's say you make 100 better videos, right? Maybe these videos perform better. Let's say they make each $10 an hour. $10 a month, not an hour, $10 a month. You have 100 videos in your channel making $10 a month. 100 times 10 is 1,000. You just made $1,000 a month off 100 videos. Cool. All right. Let's say you don't make better videos. Let's say you just make more of those videos that you're making, right? You're scaling, okay? So rather than 100 videos, let's say you created 500 videos. 500 videos in your YouTube catalog. They're all making only $10 a month. $10, that's nothing. $10, that's a meal at Chick-fil-A, right? So, all right, $10, not much. But if you have 500 videos making $10, you've just generated $5,000 for that month. Cool. All right. You just made $5,000 for the month. You do. And of course, revenue goes up and down, but let's say you're making around $5,000 a month off of 500 videos. None of your videos went viral. You're just making more videos of that quality. Now let's go create. Now let's just make it easier. Let's keep going. You keep on doing this for the whole year. Let's say you have 1,000 videos. 1,000 videos making $10 a month, $10 a month each video. 1,000 times $10 is $10,000. You just made $10,000 a month off of videos that are not going viral. They're not getting millions of views. People might think that you're not doing well on YouTube, but if you actually do the math, you just made $10,000 a month. That's 10 times 12, that's $120,000 a year. $120,000 a year with 1,000 videos in your YouTube catalog, and it's only making $10 a month each video. That's how you scale.